Have you ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels? You know, like you're putting in all this effort, but not really getting anywhere.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's like you're trying to level up in life,
Exactly.
but it feels like someone hit the pause button.
Totally.
Oh.
And today we are diving into a book that claims you can basically hit fast forward on your life, like 10 years worth of progress
Wow.
in just 90 days.
That's a pretty bold claim.
It is, right? It
Yeah.
sounds kind of wild. The book is called 90 Days to Transform How to Leap 10 Years Ahead in Life by Ijiman Bonsu.
Okay, so it's not just like some vague self-help book
Right.
with like a bunch of motivational quotes.
Yeah.
Bonsu actually gives you a structured approach.
Yeah.
It's almost like a formula.
Like a scientific formula for personal growth.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm intrigued, but also a little skeptical. 90 days to make meaningful change.
Right.
We were talking about changing habits, beliefs, maybe even your entire outlook on life.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not about overnight miracles.
Yeah.
But the 90-day time frame is interesting. There's actually a lot of research
Great.
that shows it takes about 66 days to form a new habit.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So 90 days gives you like a buffer
Okay.
to really solidify that change. Plus, it's a manageable chunk of time.
Right.
It's not as overwhelming as like a year-long goal.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I feel like we've all tried to change a habit at some point and failed.
Yeah.
What makes this approach different?
Well, one thing that really stood out to me was Bonsu's focus on what he calls limiting beliefs.
Okay.
Those are those little voices in your head
Okay.
that tell you things like, you're not good enough or you'll never be able to do that.
Ugh. Yeah. We all have those.
Yeah, and he has this technique that he calls belief reframing.
Okay.
And it's not about just like repeating positive affirmations over and over.
Right.
It's about actually challenging those negative thoughts.
Okay.
With evidence.
Yeah.
So for example, let's say you have this belief that you're really bad at public speaking.
Okay. I can relate to that.
Bonsu would say, okay, look for times when you have communicated effectively.
Right.
Maybe in smaller groups.
Wow.
Or even just like telling a funny story to your friends.
Yeah.
And you basically start building a case for yourself.
Oh, nice.
Kind of rewiring that inner script.
So it's about shifting your mindset.
Yeah.
But then also taking action.
Exactly. He doesn't want you to just have like good vibes.
Right.
He actually provides a framework for something that he calls strategic action planning.
Okay.
So let's say your big goal is to like switch careers.
Mhm.
That can feel really overwhelming, right?
Huge.
So instead of getting overwhelmed by the hugeness of it, you break it down
Okay.
into 90-day sprints.
Okay.
So the first 90 days might be all about research, like exploring different fields, networking, maybe taking a course to learn some new skills.
Right.
And then the next 90 days could be about building your portfolio or updating your resume.
I like that. It's like you're creating a roadmap
Yeah.
for your transformation.
Yeah.
One step at a time. Okay, that makes it feel way less intimidating. But sometimes even starting feels impossible. Where do you even begin?
Well, Bonsu talks about that too. One of his key principles is something he calls 1-degree shifts.
1-degree shifts. What's that?
These are like tiny, almost imperceptible changes that you can make today
Okay.
that will set you on a totally new path.
Interesting.
Think about it like steering a giant ship. Just a small adjustment to the rudder
Right.
can lead to a huge change in course over time.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
So it could be something as simple as waking up 15 minutes earlier,
Okay.
squeeze in a quick workout,
Yeah.
or replacing that mindless scrolling on your phone
Oh, yeah.
with 15 minutes of reading.
Okay.
Something inspiring.
I love that. So it's like those small, seemingly insignificant choices.
Yeah,
They're actually the seeds of massive change.
exactly. And by focusing on those tiny shifts consistently over 90 days,
Right.
you create this ripple effect
Yep.
that can lead to some pretty amazing results.
You've got me thinking about all the areas of my life where I feel stuck.
Yeah.
If you could leap ahead 10 years in just one area, what would you choose?
That's a good question. I think for me, it would have to be creativity.
Oh, interesting.
Like imagine being 10 years ahead in your skills as a writer or a musician or an artist.
Wow. Yeah.
The possibilities would be endless. What about you?
I think for me, it would be relationships.
Oh, nice.
You know, to have those deep, fulfilling connections with a partner and family and friends, that's something that's really important to me.
Yeah,
So if this method can help me fast forward towards that, I'm all in.
right.
And I'd love for our listeners to think about that too. What area of your life would you fast forward if you could?
That's a good question to reflect on.
It really is. It's definitely food for thought as you start your own transformation journey, whether it's 90 days or 900 days.
Right.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Of course.
Who knows? Maybe we'll all be 10 years ahead of schedule before we know it.
I like it.
All right, that's it for this one. See ya.